welcome back to the Kooky Kitchen. Again today, we're gonna have a pantry party. That just means I'm looking around the house to see what I have that needs to be used. And I don't know about you, but you know what this tells me is, have we really eaten out that much or brought takeout home? Or has this built up over a while? I don't know. Is it my fridge? It's taking up space. It needs to be used. I have meatballs in the freezer. I think I'm going to see if I can make some kind of a sauce or two or three with a mix of these packets and put them over the meatballs and see how it tastes. So that's what we're doing here in the pantry party. I got one fly that's really bugging me here. We are going to use up some forgotten pantry finds, such as our mini packets. We're going to try to use a little bit of creativity, and we're going to get this story of eating out too much. We're gonna finish this chapter and get these used up, hopefully. All right, let me get to seeing what I could mix up, and we'll be back. I think I am going to start with some fire sauce, obviously from Taco Bell, some hot mustard. They are two different types, but I'm going to use them, and a soy sauce, and see if I can make something spicy, tangy, and sharp. I'm just going to open the packages, dump it all in a bowl, whisk it up. I might give it a little bit of a taste, but I'm going to put it in the fridge and kind of let it marinate together for a while. So let me get started. All right, we're going to call this fire mustard heat glaze. You can tell there's not a lot. I don't know how many meatballs that'll cover. And I don't think I have any hot mustard left to really add to it. However, I'm sure I can come up with a bunch of other sauces if I have stuff left. Just using sweet and sour alone could be a thing. I don't know. All right. My hands are clean. Let me do a little. Actually, that's not bad. I'm not a big soy sauce person. I kind of wish I did have another hot mustard. But I'm going to let this mingle for a while. And we'll see what it tastes like after it mingles. All right, let's move on. And here, I'm going to try to make a sweet and sour chili glaze. Let me get the packets opened and get it together. All right, here's our sweet and sour glaze. Sorry, I guess that's kind of annoying to hear that rub, huh? All right, with a clean hand, let's take a quick taste. That's pretty good. Ooh, I might have to add more sweet and sour to it. It's pretty spicy as well. All right, let me see what we can do next. Here, I think I'm going to use the sweet and sour again. I still got lots of it. Some fire sauce and some hot picante sauce. I think that's I don't know, McDonald's, Jack in the Box, who knows? Oh my goodness. And I think maybe with that, we might get kind of another sweet heat. We do like spicy. Maybe it'll have more of like a barbecue sauce consistency. I am not sure, but that's what we're going to try to do. Okay, the last thing I'm thinking is maybe I should have added a little bit of ketchup. I do have a package of ketchup and mustard. I can always keep those for hot dogs. Okay, I'm trying not to really scrape the bottom so you don't have that awful sound, but. And as you can see, I still have packets left, but I don't want to use them all up in case I need to touch up or add to the three sauces I've already done. So I want some left over. The ketchup and the mustard, like I said, we will use somewhere. Soy sauce, we're always needing, you know, a tablespoon or two of soy sauce, so I think that'll get used. So let's take a quick test. Jesus, I washed my hands in between. Let me use a different finger this time. That's pretty good. Where the other one had more spice, this is more sweet. It's pretty good. All right, we're gonna put this one in the fridge as well. We're gonna let it chill, and then we're gonna get out some meatballs, and we're going to glaze them up and see what they taste like. Guess what time it is? All right, so me and my son Kyle have tasted all three of the sauces, and we're like, yeah, that actually is pretty good. And then I've got my 2 bags of, these are mini meatballs. I don't know why I got mini meatballs. And I'm not quite sure how many meatballs it's going to take, what these sauces are going to cover. So I'm going to dump the meatballs in. And then, oh, and here I do have, I think somebody gave me this, and it doesn't get used often. But when it does, it comes in handy. I've got more packets back there in case I need to add to any of these sauces to make them go further. I don't know. I don't have all of the ingredients, so we'll see. Okay, number one, I did spray each of the crocs here with the meatballs before I put anything in them. And that one bag of regular size meatballs, it kind of evenly came out. So I'm not going to put any more in there. As you can see, there's not a whole lot of sauce. I did already mix it up, just trying to get some of that sauce on the meatballs. And then as they start to thaw in that sauce, I'll come back and mix. And if there's, I guess if there's juices released, or maybe the sauce might get thinner just because it's getting warmed up and is no longer cold. I don't know, but we've got this on high. I'm gonna keep an eye on it. Try to get it going pretty quick so it gets warm quick. I might turn it down to low. I'll let you know. But that's what they look like, and it's in the order that I made them. I forget their names. This was the first one that's kind of spicy. That's the second one. I think it was kind of medium. And this is the one that's more of a sweet and sour type with a little bit of heat. All right, let's get these covered and let them start cooking. All right, on this one, I think we need a little bit more sauce. But now I'm looking at, maybe those meatballs are covered pretty good. All right, let me look at the others. Here's the next one. It still has some sauce. Meatballs look nicely covered. I have decided on the first one, I'm just gonna leave it because that sauce is a little bit thicker, and I think it has a little bit better coverage on the meatballs, so we're gonna leave it. Let's look at the last one. It's funny, when I look at those without the camera, I'm like, they're not covered very well. And then I go to shoot, I'm like, no, they are actually covered pretty well. Okay, so I'm not going to add or change anything. We're just going to let them continue to warm up. I'm going to turn them all down to low now. They've been on high for about an hour. And I don't want the sauces to burn. So I'm going to turn them down to low. When they're nice and hot, we'll taste test. It is taste testing time. Kyle's going to cut that in half. I don't know, can I just pick it up with my fingers or what?
You should be able to.
All right.
Ooh, it was kind of hot. Never mind.
No, not too hot.
That's tasty. I want more sauce, but it is good.
And actually, after cooking it, the spice level went down somewhat, huh?
It did.
Yeah, so that's pretty good. And so, as we continue down, we're going to do the next one. Keep in mind, let's just say all of a sudden you have somebody drop in to visit you, and you got some frozen meatballs and some little condiment packets. Hey, what a quick and easy thing to do. Oh.
Well, that's a good amount of sauce. Hot.
Again,
That one as well.
I have to change places so he can reach the last one. You know what else I'm thinking? So that was kind of a sweet heat one, the one in the middle. Well, we knocked something over. I'm thinking that we could slice up onions, maybe and throw some jalapenos in there.
Oh, yeah.
If we had more sauce.
That'd be good.
Get a toothpick and just build your own little hors d'oeuvre.
You want a little hors d'oeuvre skewer?
Right.
That was good too. We probably should have made a little bit more sauce for it, but that was tasty also. Those are all good.
So that's more of a sweeter flavor than a heat flavor, right? So the first one, spicy, mildly spicy, but I think the last one had more a sweet flavor.
It was sweeter, yeah.
Okay, so you don't have to do all three at the same time, because if you need to cover a whole bag of, look at Kyle's going in for seconds. If you need to cover a whole bag of meatballs, just make one. Cover your whole bag of meatballs. But these were actually good. I do still have some packets back there. Most of them we will probably use. You know, soy sauce, a ketchup, a mustard. We can use those. I kind of wish I would have came up with a sauce for the Mandarin teriyaki, but I only have one packet of that, so I'm not quite sure yet.
I actually think the spicy one is my favorite. It just has a little bit more depth of flavor.
Oh, okay. All right. So that's where we're at on taste testing. So here I am still showing you an empty plate. I'm sorry. We're thinking there's lots of things you can do. Get creative. I did use several packets of stuff. And so I'm happy with that. I do got a spot in the fridge, I started to say oven, that I'll put the rest back into. And I'll figure out how to get them used. But I want to tell you, thank you very much for coming out and spending the day with me here at the Kooky Kitchen. If you enjoyed this little adventure, please give me a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe. So this was another pantry party where I'm just looking around the house, finding the pantry items that need to be used. I'm working on cookbook curiosities where we are just looking at cookbooks, seeing what recipes we think would be delicious. And then, of course, Back Then Bites, where we'll be featuring recipes from my Granny Ridge, my mom, old family recipes, that kind of thing. So we hope that you'll subscribe and be back. And stay kooky, my Kooky Kitchen friends.
Don't forget to give us a thumbs up.
Bye.